Um, Now to the N64 games that I've gotten today. First one we have here is Donkey Kong 64. To be quite honest, the only reason I picked it up is because my girlfriend is a Donkey Kong fanatic, and she'll probably want to play this. The thing is, though, this cartridge was so dirty, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's still pretty dirty. I mean, it's still pretty filthy. I've rubbed this thing down with rubbing alcohol and whatnot. I think I'm gonna have to use some more drastic measures to clean this. But the cartridge contacts were really dirty. Regardless of which, this game was made by Rare, who made the first Donkey Kong as well as Killer Instinct and games like that. This was just before Microsoft bought Rare up, and of course now they're not doing shit with Rare, which is kind of a shame. Next we have Pokemon Stadium. Now this game originally came with a little adapter that you would put in the bottom of the N64 controller, and you could actually transfer your Pokemon, red, blue, and yellow characters to this cartridge, and actually play them against other people. I also like the fact this game has a "This Game Pack Belongs To" label, which wasn't filled in, thank God, because I wouldn't have bought it otherwise. Got that pretty cheap too today. Turok 2 Seeds of Evil by the now defunct Acclaim, rated M for mature. This was when the ESRB was just starting. Was in pretty good condition. It powers up. It gave me the startup screen for this game, so it's probably working. I also saw the original Turok today, but decided not to pick it up because the first Turok was garbage, or farbage as I like to call it. But it's a nice game. I can't wait to play this either. I never finished any of the Turok games. Then we have, of course, the game that I personally think has made Rare the most money other than the Donkey Kong Country series, and that is the GoldenEye 007, which is by far one of the best first-person shooter games, and most of all, on multiplayer shooter games you could play. This game offered a four split-screen game where you could have four friends playing each other, and for the time being, this was way ahead of its time. It's still highly regarded as one of the best multiplayer first-person shooter games of all time, amongst the lines of Counter-Strike and not Counter-Strike Source, but just Counter-Strike and such. Pretty nice. I can't wait to play this. Funny factoid is that Rare redid this game for the Xbox Live Marketplace, and they redid the graphics, they redid everything, and guess what? Nintendo's being an asshole, and they won't let Rare publish it and put it on XBLA, despite the fact that they're willing to pay royalties. Now the next thing I got here, I got also from this defunct video store, and I got this for $1, actually pretty hard to find, and that is actually a boxed Game Shark for the N64. Let's take it out here, as it's pretty cool, but the box is pretty dirty. I spent some significant time cleaning this thing because it was pretty filthy. Now I can actually put it on camera because it doesn't look like it's been up someone's asshole or anything like that. Clean cartridges. Funny thing is as you can see, you can actually see through it, which says a thing or two about the construction of this cartridge. On the other hand, personally I find cheat carts were always made with crappy parts. And as you can see, it doesn't even have security bits in here. It's just using regular Phillips screws. Screws look pretty stripped. I had to clean this pretty extensively, but I'll show you what I used for that after. Pretty nice. Probably help me finish a lot of these games if I choose to use it or not. Although I personally don't like using the cheat codes and the devices nowadays, because thanks to the Xbox 360, I've gotten out of the cheating realm, because if you cheat in Xbox 360 games, you don't get the achievements, and that blows. So that's pretty nice. Good find. Now to what I'm actually using to clean the systems. I got these for $1 each. This was brand new and sealed. This was a cleaning kit meant for the Genesis, Sega Master System, and Game Gear. Now what this thing consists of is basically a swab. You use this to clean these things with. These are the things you would actually put into the system. You take the guard protector off and basically just shove this into the system continuously until you would get a clean slate over and over and over again. And then what you would use is this solution to clean it off, and then you just cover it back. The funny thing is they made one for the Genesis and Sega Control Unit, aka the Master System, and they made another one for the Game Gear. And this one would actually fit exactly into the Game Gear slot. This thing came with everything, instructions. It's even got a cartridge cleaner, but I prefer to use good old-fashioned rubbing alcohol for that, so I'm not going to use it. Pretty nice. Not bad for $1. And subsequently, when this thing turns into garbage, I can actually use it as a game cartridge thingy. So that brings me to probably one of the rarest things to find, and that is these. These are made by Naki. Naki always used to make little accessories and stuff like that for the NES and stuff like that. It's actually UK based. What this does, it's a total universal cleaning kit. Now as you can clearly see, this is sealed. I got this for $1, believe it or not. Almost looks like a little VHS cartridge, but it also comes, it's the same idea basically. You take the things, you clean the cartridges with, although again for this kind of stuff I prefer rubbing alcohol. However, for the stuff like this, for the slots, these things are very, very good to clean the slots inside systems, especially for the 72-pin connector on the NES. And I bought 2 of them. These were all they had. It was this one, and these 2. And he sold them to me for $1 each, which was awesome. Kind of sucks that stores go out of business like that, but you know what? People like me, they benefit from this kind of shit. So anyways, that's it for now. I gotta refurb the consoles first before I actually show them to you here, but I will display those after, and I'll even show you some gameplay of it thanks to this little tripod I have for my camera. So until next time, it's Frank from GameDebate.net. Visit often, as we're always putting videos up from our collections, because we kind of have a little problem. We like to think that we're better than one another, so we like to show off our stuff and so on and so forth. Pretty juvenile, but it's all for your entertainment. Alright, till next time, peace.